Okay, now I'm gonna talk over the rain to see like how out I need to project my voice and all the what the heck and all the things. I promise y'all those lights just went out on that store. Come on, rain, just rain on down. Rain down on me. Dun, 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 dun. Rain. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk as fast as I can and like sum things up quickly because I don't want this to be a drag. I cannot stand listening to myself, so I'm gonna just sum it up. Okay, so long story short, boom. I am currently in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. Why the heck are you there, Ariel? Well, let's talk about it. I'm here because I have currently moved in with my uncle because I had planned to move to New York. Why did you plan to move to New York, Ariel? Well, because I had a job opportunity in New York, but the job opportunity fell through and it was quite embarrassing. Okay, and yeah, y'all, that one was like a real big gut wrench punch. It was like real bad. It was like, y'all remember in The Temptations when Otis found out Lamont died? Yeah, it was big. Like, it was a lot for me. And yeah, that was real tough, y'all. That was real tough. So long story short, I got accepted a job in New York, right? And it was real shady from the giddy up. It just was like all the things were not like adding up. But I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe it's legit. Got some phone calls, some emails. That was even shadier. But I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then they kept canceling the training or postponing it. That again, more telltale signs. And then I moved to my uncle's house. First of all, I packed up my house. My townhome in Maryland is packed up, ready to go. I'm not quite, but it's 90% ready to go. I took the things that I needed and I moved in with my uncle who stays in the Poconos. I'm staying in their basement, so essentially it's kind of like I have a basement studio type situation going on. Well, not really a studio because I have my own bedroom. So yeah, so I'm at my uncle's house, you know, planning and preparing, like, okay, I know I have orientation this week. I'm going to go into the city because my uncle only stays an hour and a half from the city. I want to go into the city for work, all the things, boom, 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 right? So I'm learning the railways and trains and all the things I need to learn, the commute and all the stuff. And then I packed my book bag and my lunch bag and I'm ready to go. And so I traveled to New York for this job, right, for this orientation, and I get to the office and like no one's there. They're like, oh, report to this floor. We get to the floor, nobody's there. Me and one of the other new hires, we were together, and nobody was there. And so we sit there for a little bit, you know, waiting for someone to show. No one ever shows. More new hires come in, it's just us. Like, there's nobody from the organization. We're calling, we're emailing, no show. Like, wow, that's crazy, right? So we sat there for like an hour and a half, past the time we were supposed to arrive. No one ever came. And you know, when we left, we called and emailed some more, nothing. Like, between us, we probably left about 34 calls and emails, and no one ever responded. So, yep, excuse me. That just it just didn't work. So then I left that office feeling away, like, oh my gosh, like, but it was hard for me to like stay in that feeling because I was in New York, and New York was so perfect, you guys. It was so perfect. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful day. But I had felt defeated. I felt like an honest loser. I felt like I lost. Like, dang, you're a loser, girl. And it felt real bad. And I was like, dang, yo. And it was like, well, enjoy it while you can, because this is never gonna happen ever again. And it just felt real bad, and I just felt stupid and broke and embarrassed, and it was bad and all the things. And so I ended up leaving New York that afternoon, and I came back to my uncle's house, but I didn't get back here until like later that evening, just because of the commute and things. And then I spent some time talking to God about the situation and whatnot. Then when I got back to my uncle's house, I made a decision. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go back home to Maryland and just whatever, you know, just figure it out, whatever. So I ended up going back home to Maryland. When I got back home to Maryland, y'all, and remember, my house was packed up and saw the boxes and all the things. That made me sadder, because I was like, oh my gosh, I was on the way to do something, and now it's just paused, and I hated it. And I was like, I don't want to be here, especially with all these boxes, because to me that felt like I packed up that part of my life, you know, like, let's move on. And the fact that I can't move on is like, okay. So I didn't want to be there either. But it wasn't like miserable or anything. But I did take the time to just be by myself, and yeah, just me and God. That's all it was, me and God. So I did that. I stayed at the house. I got back to Maryland Thursday night. I stayed there all day yesterday, and now today I drove back to my uncle's house because I was like, you know what? I'm going back. Like, I'm going back to Pennsylvania, and I'm going to figure it out. And I'm gonna stay up there because it's closer to where I'm trying to be than going back. You know, I just didn't like that. So I am currently about to go into Dollar Tree when it stops raining for real. I gotta run in there and get some real quick. But yeah, you guys, so I'm back and I'm still unemployed. I'm still applying for jobs. Like, yeah, it's exhausting. But I mean, hey, that's what I gotta do. So yeah, you guys, like, I just wanted to continue vlogging because I needed a lot of time to like get my life together, and I needed time to like respond to that, because y'all, that was a really big one for me. Like, if you know, you know. If you know the history behind me in New York, you know, right? And I didn't ask for New York, right? Like, I didn't ask for that. Like, I gave that up a long time ago to do whatever the heck God wanted me to do. So I didn't ask for New York. So for it to even be presented to me again, it was like a big tease, and it was just real bad. Like, it affected me a different way. Yeah, definitely affected me in a big way, but definitely not gonna give up on New York. That is definitely where I want to be long term. But you know, it's whatever God wants. And just to be transparent, like, so a lot of people got a lot to say to me right now during this season, right? And I appreciate all the heartfelt things and the encouragement, all the things. But one thing I just kind of want to correct is a lot of people are like, oh, you know, God got you. God's gonna make a way for you to get there. Y'all, did God come down and say that to you or something? Because let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, did God come down and say that to you? Does it say anywhere in the Bible Ariel is gonna make it to New York? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a guarantee. And so that's where my mind is. And so while I do accept the encouragement and all the things, it's like, be real. And I'm not coming at anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, oh, you need to be so for real. No, I'm just being so for real with myself. And just, I'm moving with an understanding that this might not ever happen for you. So in the event that it doesn't, how you gonna act? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it does, great. But if it doesn't, y'all, because it might not. Like, this opportunity might not ever wrap back around. And that's going to have to be okay. You know, I can't sit and cry about it. Like, it's just going to have to be okay. But I really do want to be there, y'all. I really do. It was like one of the best days of my life. Oh, my gosh. But it might not happen for me. It just might not. Just because God might have something different. And that's just what I'm going to have to accept or whatever. So that's where I'm at. But I decided, you guys, to just, like, in this unemployment season, because I'm still unemployed, Lord. In this unemployment season, y'all, I have decided to shift my perspective and focus on the time, right? And just focus on, okay, God keeps giving me this time. Like, I done try to give this back to God so many times. I'm like, Lord, you keep giving me this thing and I don't want it. I done told you, no, you got that. You can have that right here. Like, y'all, I don't want more time. I don't need more time. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to do something, you know? And I don't want time, but God keeps pushing time on me, which means there's something that needs to be done. There's something that needs to happen now that I might not have the time to do later. So I'm trying to, like, dig into that. And every day, I'm just trying to seek God and be like, okay, Lord, why do you give me this time again? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What's here, Lord? What you need me to do? You know, that's where my perspective is. My perspective is, I might not make it to New York, and that's okay. So let's focus on the time. Y'all can do all the nice wishes for me. Y'all can look for the jobs for me. Y'all can do it all. I appreciate that. But I'm going to stick right here, you know, because, yeah, these are facts. So this is currently my life, guys. I really don't have money for real. I really don't. I have, like, scraps, you know, that are coming from, like, my parents, and that's all I got. Like, that's literally it. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to stay with my aunt and uncle, or I could go home and stay with my parents if I want. But I'm just grateful that I have somewhere to go during, you know, this season of my life. Some people don't have this luxury, you know. You can't just not have a job and, you know, so I'm just grateful that I have multiple places where I can get my life together. So, y'all, I don't really have a plan, but what I do know is that while I'm unemployed, I have decided that I definitely want to create a schedule for me daily, because I might not have a job, but I still want to prepare for the job that I'm going to receive later down the line. And that starts with some routine. You know, I need to be getting up at a certain time. I need to be doing things throughout the day. I need to be in bed by a certain time. Because right now I'm living like an unemployed person, and I don't like that for me. It's giving, oh, so you comfortable here, and we're not trying to get comfortable here. So that's where I'm at, guys. But I just wanted to have 10 minutes. I'll take it. I just wanted to update y'all on real life time of what's happening and where I am with things. Not that I owe anybody an explanation, but I know that information did get out about me moving to New York. I did not put that information out because I was not sure, because that job was so sketchy. That's why, y'all, when the job fell through, I was shocked that it was like, wow, like, people actually do stuff like this. But I wasn't shocked because I know the process and how messy it was before. So that's why I didn't release this to anybody. I did not tell anybody about moving to New York because I was not certain about that. Yeah. So where was I going with that? I don't know, child. All I know is that this is where I am. But y'all, I wanted to be transparent in sharing where I am, because as I was looking for videos about how to, like, survive through this unemployment season, it was just a lot of fluff, and I didn't like it. There was a lot of people telling their testimonies about them getting laid off or resigning or whatever, and then about the goodness that God brought. Like, oh yeah, but God blessed me with a job in a year. That's great. I love that for y'all, but that's not my focus. So I'm trying to create a story for someone else who might be in a similar situation as me one day. You know, somebody might be unemployed and they might not need that encouraging, you know, upbeat stuff. Like, they might need somebody to be real and be like, hey, yo, look, this is where we at. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but we got to change your perspective. We're not going to focus on the job. No, right now, you got time. So focus on the time. So I wanted to just be transparent and share this. This is real, y'all. I need y'all to, like, okay, I don't need y'all to, but I want y'all to, like, be able to see. Somebody might need to see this. So here I am showing it, you know. Like, you're in my testimony. You're in the middle of it right now. What I did not want to do is have all these things transpire and then come back and tell y'all about the goodness of God. Well, I'm going to tell y'all about the goodness of God, okay? But I needed you to see the in-betweens. I feel like it's not a lot of believers out here showing the in-betweens. And you don't have to. You owe that to nobody. But I feel like somebody might need that one day. Somebody might need to see somebody in the in-between, to see the ghetto. You need to see the ghetto. You need to see it. Because it's ghetto out here, babe. And you're going to need to see it so that you know how to respond to it, right? And that's all I'm trying to do, y'all, is encourage somebody in the ghetto and not show them way on the other side. Like, ooh, God bless you with a job in 3 months. No. What about when I didn't have a job? How was that for you? You know? So, yeah, you guys. I'm going into Dollar Tree to go get me a notebook and a pen. Yeah. I think I'm gonna write another story. Excuse me, or try to write one or something, child. But yeah. Y'all, let's talk about my appearance real quick, just before I get off camera. Y'all see this hat hair? First of all, what the heck is going on? What the heck? Y'all, the hair is not hairy today. It looks like I have on a hat. Y'all, it looks like I have on a hat, guys. Like, what in the heck? Why is it sticking up? Like, yesterday I cut my hair some more, and so yeah. And then you guys, I have a bump on my mouth. Looks like I have something on the side of my mouth. It looks like, girl, you just wipe it off. Like, girl, I wish I could just wipe it off, girl. Alright, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna get off the camera so that this video won't be too long, because now y'all have to listen to me talk for 15 minutes. How annoying is that? And yeah, I think I'm gonna upload all the scenes from before, which are not a lie, and then let it finish with me talking, and then keep it moving throughout the week. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna see what happens. Why is my voice getting like that? All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.